get settled. Let me get my space here. Okay.
I'll wait for Seth here.
Yeah. It's my show. Welcome to Residing in North Idaho. We have a special guest today. I'm super excited to have you here, dude. Dave Fowler. I didn't hear any applause. I didn't hear any applause.
I'm here.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, woo, woo.
Yeah, no, I thought I was going to hear an applause. One of these buttons does that, but I can't remember which one. One also makes a goat sound. That's the goat sound. So I probably would have pushed the wrong one, and it wouldn't have been as cool. I won't mess with any more of those. Some might be in.
When does that come into play?
Very rarely.
Awesome.
Yeah. In fact, I don't ever use them, but maybe I should. Anyway, Dave's here. I guess we can announce the new partnership. Obviously, we're out of the closet, so to speak.
You are.
Yeah. Years ago, I came out.
Change.
Yeah, we're going to change that to it'll be Residing in North Idaho, which will match our YouTube channel, and we have partnered with Dave and a few other amazing folks from the public safety world, formerly, and some current. And we are making a just super team that is really focused on serving our people and building community. That's what we're going to do, and we're going to dominate.
So Dave is a real estate agent, if you didn't catch on.
Oh, yeah. He's actually a janitor, and that was where I was going with that. He does a really good...
That might be in my future at some point.
I don't think so. I do not think so. Well, we should give a little background. Can we talk about your public safety experience? Because you are the highest ranking member in the team.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Technically.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So where'd you start? Where'd you come from?
Like you, I came from California. We came up here in 2019. We've been looking up here since 2013.
Oh,
we did our relocation vacation. We made it through everywhere. We didn't even know about Coeur d'Alene. And we stopped up here, and we have friends. Nick Knoll, who's an officer up here, told us, hey, you should check out Coeur d'Alene. So that's how we ended up here. And after we got here,
can we back up?
Yeah.
What did you do in California? You glossed over that.
I did. I glossed over.
You coming back?
So I'll come back to it.
Okay.
Yeah, he told us to check out Coeur d'Alene. So we made it over here, and it beat the socks off of everything else.
What was the first thing that caught you and was like, this is it?
Sherman Avenue.
Right.
Ah.
My wife loves downtown.
Yep.
And so we got off, and I can't even remember where we ate. Might have been Zips. We got off the freeway and we pulled into town. And by the time we were sitting down eating, I remember Renee was like, this is where we're going to live. And I'm like, I'm in.
I love it. That's how we felt.
How many people have had that experience?
Yeah.
I wonder. I bet because we had the same. It wasn't Zips for us. It was the beach. But I don't put that trash in this temple.
No. So so my background, I left as a fire captain with San Bernardino County. And it was phenomenal. I was there for 15 years. It was a hard job to leave. In fact, a lot of our guys still commute, and they live up here in North Idaho. Now we have quite a few. We have some living in Smelterville, Athol, Post Falls, Rathdrum. So we have a lot of guys that are now still doing the commute. It just didn't work for what I wanted. So, I quit my job after 15 years, gave up a bunch to do that. But luckily I had a job lined up here. So I got hired with Coeur d'Alene PD in 2019.
So you've done both.
I've done both. I went from,
that's unique.
As the chief up here, Lee White, as what he would say, he was really excited to see me become a first responder.
Oh, yes. Burn.
Right.
Usually I think people want to go the other way. I swear most cops secretly want to be firefighters.
I think it's both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Every fireman wants to dress up like a cop, and every cop wants to be a fireman.
I actually got to handle a firefighter's hose once. It was pretty cool, dude. Yeah.
Watch it.
Wow.
No, we post this as explicit. It's okay.
I get it.
Yeah. It was an experience, man.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I could have done this.
Yeah.
Hang out in a firehouse, eat amazing meals every day in my professional kitchen, sit on the recliner.
Every time we pass the firehouse down the street, it's like they're just sitting up there.
They're just sitting up there.
Games.
I know what they're doing.
Right. I think it was CHB that posted the sign in front of the fire station that said, shh, firemen sleeping. That's what they did.
That's so good.
It's funny. It's a completely different career. We've talked about this before, because that's the question that I get asked the most is like, what did you like more? Well, they were both great. Yeah. There was amazing things being a fireman. There's amazing things being in law enforcement. You're handcuffed quite a bit as a fireman and making decisions. A lot of times on scene, you have to call law enforcement, and in law enforcement, you can have the ability to make decisions that you couldn't make before, which that's great. But I mean, how cool is it to go hang out with 3 of your best friends? And, you know, I mean, it's like having summer camp.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be that fun, but that's how fun it is sometimes.
I could see it. I think that would be a big draw. And I think a lot of guys are looking for that. Like, I think I would have, honestly, so I would have loved being a firefighter for that reason.
And that's what people see. But you know, from coming from law enforcement, it's not always like that. I mean, there's some terrible days. There's long days. There's long weeks. There's times where you get force hired. I mean, but like this, one of the reasons why I wanted to partner with you guys a lot is because we have a similar background, understanding that there's a lot of hardship that comes from doing those jobs. And you get very, very close with people when you're serving the community like that. When you're seeing things that nobody else wants to talk about, when you're dealing with those calls. And, you know, as a law enforcement wife, I'm sure that you've heard the stories.
Oh yeah.
I know my wife has, not all of them, but she's heard a lot of them. And you get really close with people. I don't have that in real estate. I just don't. There's no hardship in real estate where I'm really bonding with other real estate agents and going like, man, this is my guy, or this is my gal. Like, you don't have that. And that's one of the reasons why I, you know, sought you guys so much, is because I want that partnership again. I want to be able to have that team, that network again, and have people that have the same experiences and backgrounds to work together. And that's hard to find.
Yeah. So. And it's only going to benefit all of our clients as well, really, because now we have this team of trusted people that, you know, like 100% trust. And to be able to have that, we can serve each other, and it's like we're filling in gaps. It's going to be great. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
100%. Well, we talked about it. Like I haven't found anybody yet that's active in real estate to where I want to completely turn a client over if I have to leave. And that limits me, because I know the attention to detail that I have with people, and I know how I want them to get treated. And I know that I have negotiating skills and problem solving skills, and I can figure it out. And I'm nervous to pass that on to other people. So having you guys there and seeing what you've done and knowing your background, that's huge for me, because I feel comfortable saying, hey, you know, I need you to take care of this person for today, or I'm going to be gone this weekend, or I need you to answer calls for me. That's huge.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I'm looking forward to the events for me. And probably my favorite thing in the world is building community now. And I didn't know this, because coming from the law enforcement world, you know, it's like, you're always, when you're at work and you're wearing the uniform, there's always something in the back of your mind that says, don't fully trust this person. Like if you're talking to a member of the public and you're like, even if they're so cool and everything's aligning, there's something in the back of your mind that's like, because it was drilled into our heads, hey, this person might try to kill me randomly.
Officer safety.
100%. And you have to live by that way. Unfortunately, you know, otherwise you might run the risk of getting killed on the job. So my entire career, I'd meet people and I'm like, wow, we're gonna hang out with this person. I'm not going to call them and hang out with them off duty. That's weird. And I can't really have a normal conversation on duty. So it's like my only friends were cops, and we get together, and then we're talking shop. The wives hate it. It's like, it's all bad. So I came here and I'm like, you know, got into real estate, and it's like, oh, I can pull these threads. I meet this person. I'm like, hey, let's see where this goes. And now, you know, I meet the most random people, and I have the greatest conversations, and I make all of these wonderful connections, and I freaking love it, dude. Like,
well, it's got to be cool too, because I know for me and Renee, it's finally a job that she can really be involved with me in. And you know, for you as well, like she's a huge support, and it makes us so functionally so much better.
Yeah.
And I know for you guys too, that's a huge thing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I know that you do most of the sales, but I don't know if people give you as much credit for as much things as you do, but
she's the smart one in this group.
Right.
I don't
know,
but
she says no, but it's not true.
We always wanted to work together. That was like a dream of ours. And so to be able to do that and make that happen has been awesome.
Yeah.
And we enjoy it. Lots of people, I don't know if people ask you all the time, like, how can you work with your spouse? Yeah. And I'm like, I love it.
We spend 23 hours a day together.
That's why we're married.
Right.
It's supposed to be like
He's
that.
my best friend. Yeah. Totally perfect. Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to more opportunities of building that community and just see where it goes. And like, we get people that move here. This question comes up. They're like, oh, like, I don't, like, how am I going to meet people? And I'm like, man, just go do something. Go do something outlandish. You might find that it fits you. You know, I got into the jiu-jitsu community here. I got into cold plunging, which is like, it's pretty random, but that's pretty damn huge up here. There are so many cold plunging groups. Yeah, no, I reserved 15 to 20 minutes at the end of this just to talk about cold plunging. There are so many groups up here that do it. And you go and you're like, well, there might be a group of old guys and they sit out there and they smoke cigars in the water, or dudes that drink a coffee, or like, you know, a bunch of screaming little kids, whatever. It's like, you'll find, if you go out and do stuff, you will find the community that fits you. Like for example, lately I've been studying Buddhism a lot, and I'm reading about Buddhism. I'm like, man, I'm going to find me a community here where I can go and just sit down and meditate with other people. And sounds weird, but who knows?
Right.
Might meet some cool folks. Or we get calls. I got a shout out to Dustin, by the way. He hit me up on Instagram, saw our stuff on YouTube, and he's moving here soon. And he's like, hey man, I want to get into jiu-jitsu. He does yoga, like all this stuff. He has a clothing company. I'm like, cool.
So that's probably one of the biggest things that you find with people that are interested in the clients, that are interested in actually, actually getting them involved. That's one of the reasons why I've had great retention with clients, is because I'm okay with being their first friend in Idaho.
Yep.
I want to get people involved.
See them succeed.
Right. I lived in a town for 36 years. I knew everybody there. I have more friends here and more connections here than I ever had there.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's how it is. And this community is so good at that. But that's one of the things that I want people to, that have already decided to move here, that this is where they want to be. I want them to get connected.
Yeah.
I want them to find the churches. I want them to find the gun clubs. I want them to find, where do I go to shop? Who do I get coffee with? Like, who are the groups? Who are you going to meld with? And that's a huge thing. I mean, if you can get people involved, they appreciate that.
Yeah.
Helping somebody buy a house somebody's going to help them.
Right.
But not a lot of people are going to go out of their way like you have to make sure that people are taken care of and they're connected and everything else.
Yeah. You're a master at that too. I mean, that's why we, it made sense to us when you came to us with that idea, because we're like, boom, there we go. And we have some different communities. You're in the church community, the underwater basket weaving, you're really into that. So,
okay.
What? No,
what?
No,
I know. Here I am being an agent, sending a text right now. I'm like, oh man,
I caught him slipping.
Like I said, and
wait, what?
Underwater. Listen. Okay.
Hey, that was my major in college, bro. It's fine.
I don't even know where that came from.
I don't either. It just came off the top of my head. It was the most PG thing I could think of.
Well, if you actually did that,
yeah,
that would be impressive.
And there's probably a group here that does that, to be honest with you, in the lake, in March. But so yeah, dude, that's like my favorite thing, is to connect people. And we have the same thought, like, hey, you come here, we'll be your first friends. We might not be best friends forever. That's fine. You're going to find other people that jive more with you. Go for it. But we will help you make that connection. That's kind of what we love about that. You got a sweet deal going?
Yeah, absolutely.
Get some, dude. This is great.
I'm pushing people to the side right now. I just have to do it the right way. I am in the bathroom.
There you go. That's hilarious. So Kristen and I just switched over to Keller Williams Realty as well. Not to talk about real estate the whole time, but we'll throw it in there, which is a good move. It's a good group up here.
Actually, where we started.
It is where we started. Yeah.
Glad to have you back.
Yeah, it's good to be back, dude. No, it feels good to be in that environment where you can see other people and bounce ideas, because we were working from home for the last couple of years, and it's great and all, but it's very distracting when the Frenchies need your attention, which is nonstop. I got to eat snacks.
Yeah. See the eyes.
I called them pugs today.
Yeah,
she's already mad because I called them pugs. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, they're both up there just shaking because he called them pugs.
I can't tell the difference there.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a lesson in this later. It's the ears,
they
the tail.
Snort. I don't
the
know. They're small,
somewhat similar. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's great.
No, having you guys back at Keller Williams is going to be a huge thing.
Yeah.
And, I've always told everybody, I'm not one of those people that one brokerage necessarily is absolutely better than the other or anything else, but a lot of it's the relationships, right? If you can walk in a door anywhere and you have relationships that are important to you, that's where you stay. I'm there because I have relationships there. That's the real reason why I'm there. And it gives a lot of benefits, but realistically, I'm still there because I have people like you that I'm teaming up with, and the unnamed that I don't know if I can say his name. I can't. I don't know if I can say his name.
We got to get clarity on that, because
you can text him and you can find out.
Yeah.
But having him come over as well, who's also, he's law enforcement as well, and he's phenomenal. having the people that have that type of care around you, it's nice to have those types of people in house.
Yeah.
It makes it feel like home. Like, I'm excited to go to the office. We got to go decorate our office.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I
Totally.
can't wait too, actually.
And I'm excited to do that.
Yeah. And it feels, I think it'll be, it's going to be a great thing. Cause yes, we have that same, like, we surround ourselves with the people we trust. It feels like the old job. And then we have this common goal of providing this service. Like, we all know how to provide service. We dedicated a huge chunk of our lives to it. Like, it feels good to be able to do that. And that's one thing that draws me to real estate, is like just serving people.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it's fantastic.
Well, it's funny that you say that, because there's a lot of real estate agents say, "Oh, I love to serve people." And I'm like, well, how? Like, what is it exactly that you're doing other than just helping them buy the house they already found on Zillow?
Good point.
Like, what exactly are you doing to help serve them?
What do you look for in that?
Right. And that's the thing, that where it comes down to relationships, like, where is it that you're actually helping people find themselves, find the communities, find those things? We talk about that all the time. Like, I like most of my clients. I mean, my clients are law enforcement, military, firefighters, nurses, paramedics. Those are the people that typically come to me because they already have an association. And those are important relationships to foster. But at the same time, you get other people that are not in those professions, but they want to work with you or anything else. That's important. Yeah. Like, that's something to foster. I have a hard time when I go through my phone and I see somebody that I sold a house to. I use that term loosely because I don't like being seen as a salesman. But, they bought a house from me, and then 4 months go by and I haven't even reached out to them.
Yeah.
And I will say, that is probably the most exhausting thing for me as an agent, is trying to maintain quality relationships and not seem like I'm just doing it just because.
Yeah.
I want to have genuine conversations with people and actually check in on them. And, a lot of times, I go on Facebook every morning, I see whose birthdays it is. And if you don't have your birthday on Facebook, you're not getting cookies from me. But that's one of the things. If I look that morning and I have a previous client, or it doesn't even have to be a client. That's the thing. Like, somebody I see on there that's local that I can have crumble cookie delivered to. I love doing that.
That's nice.
Just because
that's your trick.
Well, yeah, that's it. Cookies. Yeah.
Damn.
So I got to do this partnership with crumble cookie.
Yeah.
But even just doing something like that, I feel like, somebody does something like that for me, I'm like, man, that's sincere.
Yeah.
Like, I want to, granted, they have to be good at their job, but the way I've always looked at it is that it doesn't matter what I go to. I want to make sure that I'm successful. And the only way for me to do that is to carry on relationships that are actually meaningful. And so if I go sell vacuums tomorrow, I want I want you guys to buy a vacuum off of me.
Yeah.
When you need one, right? I want to be your guy.
So I'm already sold. Dude.
See?
Yes. Yeah. I don't even need one, but I'll buy one.
So that's what I'm pushing when I'm trying to build relationships, is actually build something. But I think it goes both ways. And that's one of the biggest things. You talked about this new client that you have. What's his name? Dustin?
Dustin. Yeah.
Dustin's coming up here and he has a clothing business.
Yep.
Like, you support that.
Yep.
It's one thing when somebody does a terrible job. Like, you don't want to support my clothing business. It's going to be terrible. I would not be if I had a clothing business, there was a valid reason for you not to support it. But when you have clients that are coming to town and they are, they're contractors or they're plumbers, or they have a clothing business, like, you support that too.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. My go-to is, when I need a good or anything else, I look through the people that I know. I don't search on Google. Like, who do I buy the vacuum? Right? Who's my vacuum salesman? Like, if I'm going to go buy, I'll tell you right now, if I'm going to go buy a Chevy, it's going to be from Leon Duplessis over at, I don't even know if I said his name right. Hopefully. I don't know. Anyways, Leon over at Knudsen.
Yeah.
I'm going to go use him every single time. And he's not even a client of mine. He's never bought a house off me. He does rent though. And you probably need to, I think it's a condo. You need to sell that thing.
Yeah.
But,
do it.
He's the guy that I'm going to go to. And I think that's how it really, really works, is that when you support other people's businesses,
Absolutely.
that's really how you gain that notoriety. And that's how you create that bond where people are like, well, if I'm going to use an agent, I'm going to use you because you're good at your job and you support me.
Yeah. Right. That's smart. I like that. Sorry, I just cleared my throat right in the old mic. That was terrible.
Do it.
Yeah, no, I did. I already did. I there's a way to, it's too complicated. Don't bother. So what? She's laughing at me. We've got some good events coming up, and I think I'm glad we're jumping in with you on that, because we've struggled. We've done some events in the past, but it's a lot to put on something, dude.
It is.
Yeah.
We've got something at the ice rink in Coeur d'Alene for free for first responders, former and current. And are you doing veterans too?
So the way that I've really pitched it is I'm going to advertise it as public safety. That's who we're really trying to cater to.
Yeah.
I want them. The first thing is it's closed to the general public. So it's basically badge ID, or you got to know one of us.
Yeah.
Somebody comes in and, says they're former whatever, that's fine. But, we're going to vet people. We're going to give them the opportunity to have a night away from the general public with their families and everything else. I even have, I have some clients that have some young kids. They're not former. And I'm like, come on down.
Yeah.
Like,
Cool.
I'd love to see you guys, get involved. It's a great group of people. I know they're good people. But yeah, it's going to be November 28th and December 12th is what we got. 5 p.m. until 8:15, and that's Coeur d'Alene on ice.
Yep.
And
we will all be there the whole time. So yeah, if you know us,
and
come
that's
on down.
And I'll tell you what, that's awesome. Like, it's such a cool thing. I mean, it's a neat way to give back to what we both came from. And, you see the families, you see the wives, you see the kids, you see the people that are involved in serving the community. And the reason it's easy to do this is because there's already an ice rink down there.
That does make it handy.
I've tried to do events before that I have to set up. I'm like, this is terrible.
Yeah. We did the ice rink last year for client appreciation. We teamed up with the
awesome.
local
with jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
Yeah. And we did
That's
it
cool.
together.
And
it
same
was
thing.
a lot of fun.
It is easier. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You rent the space out, you provide the space.
Right.
Everybody will come. It's a good time.
Just
So
Show
just to give shout outs too. So we have Glenn Gatherer from New York Pizza Department. He's going to be there providing free pizza. He's a huge supporter.
Cool.
New York Pizza Department over in Post Falls. Huge supporter of law enforcement. They're going to be there. We got Ivan and Raina Pinchik from Lone Depot. They're pitching in to help out. There's going to be some arts and crafts there for kids. I know that sounds weird when it's cold, but they're like, I've been explaining, they're like pretzels and marshmallows.
Yeah.
Make like little stick.
Well,
I'm not sure.
Well, they've got the heated igloos too, so
Yeah.
that's an option.
Well,
Right?
We gotta
all
keep
the
food out of
picnic
there.
tables.
No food in there. Yeah, we had that
Gotta keep
issue
food
last
out
year.
of
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and the crafts are food technically.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
So they'll be over at the tables. And then we
Yeah.
have Cassie Allen, who her father was Idaho State Patrol. She has always, we used to do briefing over there from time to time at Anchored Coffee. And so
Nice.
she's coming down. She's doing some hot chocolate. Allie Krupp and Mitch Krupp that own 32 Below. They're going to be down there doing either floats or
Oh, wow.
frozen yogurt. She's like, I don't know if anybody wants frozen yogurt when it's cold. I'm like, the kids don't care.
They don't care.
If they want to. So
Yeah.
they're coming. Who else we got?
That's a lot already.
That's a lot, dude.
Yeah.
So I can
Yeah.
come. I can gorge myself.
Yeah. So,
Can't
I mean, if you're former active, first responders and firemen and first responders, I want to make sure that that's clear. Firemen, law enforcement, military, heck, you know what? You serve the community. We want to see you down there. Realistically, I have no problem if a heart surgeon shows up and goes, hey, I'm a heart surgeon. I'll have a conversation with you. You can
Send
come on
them
in,
away.
bring your kids. Like we want to make it a good event. So, but it will be closed and everything will be free. That was my one stipulation when we got all these people, is that if you're gonna provide a service, it's got to be free.
Cool.
So
That's
awesome.
fantastic. I love seeing the
Yeah.
community come together like that. First question that comes to mind: do you skate?
I do. And of my family, I'm by far the best. By far.
We're gonna have a skate off, bro.
I said of my family. Like my daughter's pretty good. My son gets around, and my wife doesn't typically like the cold. So
That's me.
yeah.
Seems like
There
we
you
have
go.
something
You
in
guys
common.
can stand in igloo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
I love to skate. I grew up playing pond hockey.
Oh, come on.
I'm not a great skater. I'm a good.
He likes to wear his leotards and his tights.
Yeah,
and
no,
he
no,
does
absolutely.
Twirls around the
neon.
ice.
Yeah,
And
you got to look
Listen.
good while you're doing it. I
I-
thought I was pretty good. And last year, Big John Fontaine came out, and that boy grew up playing hockey.
Oh, really?
And he's, I don't know, 240, huge, 6'10". I don't even know. He's a giant. He's a giant.
I just went cold
and-
dipping with all you guys.
And he's like poetry on ice, dude. I'm like, this is amazing.
No,
So
see, that's what, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a good skater,
Okay.
but I
I'll-
am the best of my family. for
I'll,
sure.
At
I'll
this
hold your hand if
point,
you need it.
I am just so scared to fall and like break
Yeah.
my tailbone or
Oh.
hip. or,
Sometimes I
like-
get her out there and I
something like that. I'm
hold
like,
her.
oh.
Well, it's not battle the badges also. I had to tell
Good-
people that. I'm
good
like,
call,
do not
yeah.
bring hockey sticks. Do not bring something like that. We're not doing it.
No.
And I had to tell every fire station, I am like, you have to share it with law enforcement.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's not like we have a fire night and law enforcement, you guys got to share. That'd be good.
They'll get along great.
A lot of shoulder checks
Yeah.
coming.
As long as there's no alcohol involved, we should be fine.
Yeah, they said no on that.
None.
Yeah, I mean, I asked the question. 'Cause
Probably
I
a good
would.
idea. Yeah.
Do they normally serve alcohol there?
You can get a permit for it, but the permit for Coeur d'Alene on Ice doesn't have it, so
Okay.
they said no, and that's fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm super looking forward to this. I think it's going to be great. So I love events like that. And I think, the more we can do, I will have and you're welcome to jump in on this too, of course, a weekly first responder veteran get together over at Life Coffee. That's LYFE. They're on downtown on Lakeside.
Life Public House.
Excuse me. I always say Life Coffee.
Sure that is.
Life Public
You've
House.
never been to Life?
No, I don't drink
Oh.
coffee.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
that
you know,
but
they
it's a
have other
public
things,
house.
and they
Right.
yeah they
have
have
beer.
wine and beer and like,
17 years in public safety, I never drank coffee.
That is weird.
But
We're going to talk about that later. But yeah, Dave Miller owns that. Great human being. His wife owns
Episode
the
one of our
Beaumont.
podcast?
Yeah, episode 1 of this podcast. His wife owns the Beaumonts in town. So they are a great family in town here. Yep. LYFE.
got it.
It's on Lakeside.
116.
So that'll be every Wednesday. We haven't picked a time yet, but it'll be in the morning, and Dave's going to supply free coffee for first responders and veterans. Just give them a place to come get together and
This Dave or
shoot the
the other
shit.
Dave?
no, not
Dave
you,
Miller.
Dave. Sorry.
I'll buy-
Dave Miller.
I'll tell you what. If you're in public safety and you call me, you want to have coffee, I'll buy you free coffee.
There you go.
How's that?
There you go. Thousands of people are going to call you.
That'd be
That's fine.
You're like,
that would,
"That's fine."
that would be terrible. But I'd do it. Yeah,
Only if you drink a cup with them every time.
that's not going to happen.
Can we talk about cold plunging a little bit?
Yeah, no, let's
Yeah.
do it.
Did you get in this morning?
I did.
You did, because I saw
Of
the
course he
picture.
did.
Yeah.
He has dedicated himself to
Every day?
Every day.
Every single day this winter until the water rises above 47 degrees.
It's still above 47. Just for
It
the
is
record. So he
not.
started early.
It is not.
Started-
Wait, do
I
you have your
started
little
early.
meat
It's
thermometer?
below. Look, it says right now it's 38 degrees.
No, that is not accurate.
you got your thermometer?
I do, but
I
we'd
need
have
it
to
tomorrow.
take it up to Hayden Lake.
I'll take it up to tomorrow morning.
Maybe we can meet you up there. We'll see.
He's trying to get me to go tomorrow.
I want her to go because she's been dealing with migraines, and I think it will help.
Okay, my wife deals with migraines, and
Are you
I
going to tell
got
me it
her to
does not
go in
help?
the water.
And it didn't help.
It was like 55 degrees. And no joke, when she got in, when she was getting in, like my wife does not like to be confined. Like if I run into the bedroom and like
So she
grab
doesn't
a
like
blanket
hugs.
and like hold her down, not even over her head, but I just put like a
I'm the
blanket
same.
down over her,
Yeah.
she
I
will
freak
freak
out.
out. Yep, she'll freak out. When she got in the water last week, the face that she made, like I got really serious. I'm like, hey, take a deep breath. You're okay. Because I thought she was going to have a panic attack in the
Yeah,
water. She
that's
did
not
not like cold water. And I mean, she was like up to her belly button. She's like, it was like she ended up getting all the way in. I was proud of her,
Yeah.
but she has migraines and I've been trying to get her to do stuff like that. She told me she'll go one time with me this winter.
One total.
One time.
One time.
Okay.
So when the ice comes,
You're
That's
waiting
the time.
for the best.
100%.
You're going to pick the worst time possible.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love it. Yeah, I'm hoping.
I did a little bit of Googling last night, and there wasn't like any strong evidence that it helps towards migraines, but I could see that it could possibly.
Confirmation bias.
It says 44 degrees now.
I believe that.
It's fluctuating.
I believe that.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't believe 38.
So if you cold dip,
Yeah.
do you wear booties?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's probably the biggest thing for people that want to do it. It's extremely uncomfortable if my hands and my feet are in and they're
Mhm.
bare. That hurts.
Yep. It sucks in general every single time. People look at you like, why do you like that? I'm like, no, I don't like it.
Right.
I like what it feels like afterwards. I like the camaraderie. You go alone a lot, which is tough.
I'd love for somebody to come with me.
Yeah.
Anytime. The only time I'm going to be regular is going to be 8:00 on Sunday mornings.
Why don't you should
But-
just come down and meet us on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with
So far to
Jiu-Jitsu
drive.
crew.
It's like a half mile further. What time do you go?
7:15.
It's an odd time.
Well, it's because it's right after Jiu-Jitsu. If you came to Jiu-Jitsu and then it totally makes sense.
Yeah,
Is that a possibility?
it's a possibility.
Okay, good. I mean, couples who train together,
So-
you know what they say about that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we're staying together because we're going to financially tie ourselves together. So we're going to stay together either way.
We're fully involved.
It'll be an ugly divorce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you train in jiu-jitsu?
No.
No?
Once.
Involuntarily at all?
Once. She will kick you right in the nuts immediately. So don't even, no jujitsu moves allowed.
Okay, first of all, let's make it really clear that I'm not going to.
Well,
Try to
you're
roll
right,
with
you're
your
right,
wife,
you're right,
okay?
So
yeah,
I
absolutely.
have a little bit
Don't
of things.
confine
so
her.
it's the confining thing, and then it's kind of a germaphobe thing. Like, I mean, have you done jujitsu?
Yeah, it's not dirty.
Yeah. So like I watch him and then he's like sweating profusely. And then he's like over somebody and like the sweat is like dripping straight down into their eyeballs.
That's one of my tactics.
Strategy.
See,
like, thank you.
And I'm like, first of all, I don't want another man to even be that close to me. And second of all, I don't want to sweat all over me. And then a woman, still the same thing.
Yeah.
Don't want it.
Yeah, no. I would feel really weird if my wife pulled guard on anybody. I'd be like, all right, we're stop right now.
It's a terrible sport. Let's get out of there. I agree. It is a difficult sport for women. It's an important thing to do, I think, which is unfortunate because it's not cool to have people sweat on you. Side note, I have gotten sick very little this year.
True.
And I think it's a combination of jiu-jitsu where I am mixed in with germs like a mofo and cold plunging.
Yeah, I was just talking to somebody today about that, actually. I have not been sick in 2023 so far.
Yeah, that's wild.
Good for
you guys. It's a huge deal.
That is a huge deal. I used to get sick constantly when I was in law enforcement. I think it was just the stress. I was like, my body was beat down. I never slept. I was always stressed out. I was sick all the time.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
So you still go twice a week?
Jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
I coach 3 days a week and then Saturday I go 4 days a week.
Okay. Yeah. I hesitate getting back in.
Because of injuries?
No. A lot of it was jiu-jitsu was never like my thing.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to get into something that's not your thing unless you have somebody that you're kind of there and associated with, like you get into it.
Yeah.
It's just like softball. Softball's not my thing, but I play with a bunch of guys on Kootenai County SO. And so I'm there every week and I love it.
Yeah.
It's a great time. But if those guys didn't play, I wouldn't be starting my own team. You know?
Right.
Yep.
So you knew of Iron Lion, correct?
Yes.
Derek Cleveland?
Yep.
So Derek passed away just over a year ago. And it's still like actually really hard for me because I was texting Derek a week before. I still have all of his texts on my phone. I was texting him a week before he passed. And in those texts, we were trying to get together for dinner because we hadn't been together for a while.
Yeah.
And it was really, really hard. But Derek was the reason why I did jujitsu. He taught everybody at Coeur d'Alene PD. He was associated with, federally, and he also did stuff for LAPD. And I mean, he was big into it. And Derek was so passionate about it that when I went, I was excited about it because Derek was there. I mean, even if he wasn't there that day, it was still his gym and I was into it. So I was going quite often. And a lot of it was LEO too. And I was rolling with those guys and it was just a community. Once Derek passed, it kind of any motivation to go back.
Yeah.
I just haven't had it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I mean, I tell people like, oh, do you jiu-jitsu? I usually jump in. Oh yeah, I do, but I really haven't done it in over a year since Derek's been gone.
Well,
so
now's the time.
Now's the time.
Now's the time.
He would want me to.
Yeah. I do it for the community and like I'm not super jiu-jitsu guy. I'm decent.
You're a blue belt, right?
Purple. Been doing it a while. And I fell into coaching because no one else wanted to coach the 6 a.m. class. And that's when I wanted to train. And they said, here's the key. And I have imposter syndrome damn near every day that I'm there. And I'm like, I'm not qualified. But then I look back and I've got guys that have been training with me a year and like, they are dangerous now.
Yeah.
And they started with nothing. And I'm like, okay, something's working.
You should bring me in one morning and have me coach.
Just pretend you're me.
Just have somebody say, hey, I brought in an instructor. He's from out of town.
It's Brazilian. He doesn't speak.
Just have me. I'll teach something.
Totally down, dude.
I got a lot of questions.
Totally it's it's so fun. But like I love being able to hold guys accountable too. I got a guy that was out. He's out. Like they get injured, right? People get injured. They're out for a while. And I hit him up last night. I'm like, dude, where you at? He's like, my back. I'm like, cool. Just come sit on the sidelines and talk shit. Like, I don't care. Just be here. You need to be here around the guys. And he showed up this morning and he was able to do a little bit, but you could tell like his mind needed that just to be in that community. It's not necessarily about jiu-jitsu. It's about that bond and the brotherhood and sisterhood. We have some women that train as well. And then we all go and jump in the river after and like be miserable together in that way.
Right.
And it's beautiful.
Well, that's what brings people to be together.
Misery.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I know.
You see, it's funny because people think, like, oh, misery tears families apart. Honestly, like some of the tightest, spouses that I see, I've been through crazy financial struggles, like all this stuff. It's hard when you see people going through it currently, because they can't see what's going to happen. But that struggle is what holds people together. That's why the law enforcement, fire community, you know, EMS, that's why they're so close. You're living with people, you're going through those struggles together, and that's a big deal.
Yeah. That's like that's a lesson that like our family and we've taught our kids, because actually on this day in 2018 our house burned down. It would probably be on fire right now.
Paradise, right?
Yep. And you know, that's what we wanted to impart from our kids through it, is like, you are not a victim. I can't stand that mentality. I cannot stand it. Yep. No matter what your circumstances are, it can be real shitty, and it was. But we're going to get through it, and you're going to be stronger for it. And
right.
That's what we stuck to the whole time. And it's been a growing thing and a bonding thing for our family.
Well, that's a good thing for your family, because that's something that I don't see exist a whole lot up here.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't, with my kids, the same thing. When they come up to me with an excuse or something's hard, and I'm like, what are you doing about it?
Yeah.
You're doing nothing.
Solve it.
Are you waiting for somebody to come and fix this for you? It's like my son will come to me and be like, Dad, where's the hammer? And be like, you know what? I'm willing to help you, but have you looked? If you haven't looked and gone and done it and tried, then why am I going to help you?
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I feel like there's a mentality up here where there isn't as much entitlement. There is generationally,
for sure.
It is what it is, but it's amazing how many people I come by that they just struggle and they're okay with it.
Yeah.
Like they own their own stuff. They work for it. You know, and hey, that's what you hear. That's why a lot of people don't steal stuff up here.
You're right. It's much less than other places. And
Right.
It's that self-reliance attitude. Like, hey, you know, there are a lot of preppers up here. Not like crazy. There are crazy preppers too.
We're going to talk about this.
Yeah.
In just a minute.
But there are a lot of people that are completely normal that just, you know, they're planning ahead, and nothing wrong with that. And so they come here with that mindset of like, hey, I'm going to be prepared. I'm like, I'm not going to be a victim. If things go bad in the world, we'll be fine.
Right. That's funny. The prepper thing.
Yeah.
I got some friends who are like, oh yeah. I'm like, oh, you're a prepper? Well, yeah, I'm prepped. I'm like, are you a prepper or are you a hoarder? Okay. Like, are you the guy that actually knows how to live off the land? Because people have lived up here for however you want to look at 6,000 years or millions of years, however you want to put it. Yeah. People have lived up here without electricity and all the things that we have, and they've been successful, and they haven't just died because a storm came through. So are you actually prepping for that, or are you going to live below ground and eat canned pickles for 10 years? Because that sounds miserable.
With your 10 barrels full of ammunition that you can't actually carry anywhere.
You can't. No. And your 37 guns, you can only hold one. You know, that stuff drives me crazy up here. I think there's there's a large group, and I'll offend some people by saying it, but there's hoarders and there's preppers.
That's a good way to look at it.
That I know, I won't even say his name because I don't want anybody else to know. But I've told him, I'm like, I'm coming to your house.
You got
when things go bad.
You got a guy,
because I know that you live off the land pretty much right now. Like, nothing will change for your family.
Right.
Okay. Nothing will change for you guys. For everybody else, it'll change drastically. And for the people that want to live below ground, can you imagine trying to meet a girl?
Oh,
You're like, hey, you want to come back to my underground bunker with 12 other guys?
All bad.
Yeah, no.
That's a rough world. We've got a plan too. I won't tell you all, but it's a good plan.
No, don't give away your plan.
No, not here.
But there's so much opportunity. And
right.
Yeah.
If we always fall back on, hey, if the world falls apart, like, we will be in the last holdout of humanity. One of the few, I'm sure.
I will be at the Idaho, at the 90 bridge.
Yeah.
To Washington, building a wall.
Yeah.
If you want to see a wall go up, it's going to be between us and Washington.
Well, I figured we'd all get deputized real quick. I got the old badge. I'll throw the old badge on. Throw the old trooper hat on. Why not?
Oh, goodness.
No, I got a little more effective gear than that. That one's for show. That's the old dog and pony show hat. But yeah, throw a badge on. Let's go back to work, dude.
You should.
We'll be fine.
Funny. I just relayed this because you were in law enforcement. I was too. I told you I blew my tire yesterday, right?
You did.
Did I tell you the story?
Yeah, but you need to share that
I'll
story.
tell you again. So
she doesn't
100%. If you were in Post Falls 2 nights ago, you would have called me in and said, this guy just stole this car and crashed it. Like, okay. So I'm driving to a showing. I'm trying to get there. And anyways, I'm about like 3 blocks away. And there's this portion on this road in Post Falls where the curbs are all where they're supposed to be. And then they jut out this weird like layout. I don't know why. I looked at it a bunch of times. I'm like, I don't know why you even did that. And it's not like there's parking over here and not protected. You just have curbs in the middle of the street. Anyways, it's raining, it's dark. I'm trying to come up with all the excuses I can, but I'm driving. I look down and I look back up. And
What'd you look down at?
I know my mom's like, you looked at your phone. I probably looked at my phone. Okay. I looked down.
Probably.
However it was, when I look back up.
Tell me more. Tell me more about this.
So anyways, within about 10 seconds total, I'll give you the next 10 seconds as they proceeded is I avoided a dog running across the street.
Goodness.
That's a classic story.
It is. Avoided the dog, not thinking that there was a curb coming out there. So I definitely thought I had room. No, I center punched a curb. Yeah, there's definitely a chunk taken out of it too. Like I hit it at 35 miles an hour.
Oh
Yeah,
my
if you want to catch me, it was a 25-mile-an-hour zone. I was going 35.
35.
Yeah, pretty sure
Distracted
that.
driving.
Yes.
Ran over a litter of puppies.
Not a litter. I have some terrible stories about litters of puppies.
Oh
but
man,
anyways,
that's for a different podcast.
Oh yeah, that's totally different. Well, people be turning this off right now. Anyways, I center punch this curb, and tears the sidewall off my tire right away.
Done.
Boom, and I'm like, my car actually needs to be aligned right now. I was just driving it, and I'm like, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I center punch this curb, go over it. I hear my tire blow. I pull to the right of the road, turn off my car, get out, start walking away, lock it. Done. That quick. And I'm like, and I thought about it afterwards because I like walked out of sight. I'm gone like 3 blocks away. And I'm like, if anybody was up in the house over there and they saw me like hit that curb, park, get out, gone, like not even, I'm like, they for sure, I'd be like, that guy just stole that car, wrecked it.
For sure.
For sure.
So I fully expected Post Falls PD to be on scene when I got back and just be like, guys, I just got to change my tire. I had a showing. I had to get to it. So I walked the rest of the way with my showing. But I mean, that all happened in like 10 seconds because I'm like, oh man, I got to get there right now. And I knew once I blew it, I'm like, I got to walk another 5 minutes. Gosh dang it. So just immediately out of my car. And I wish I could have seen.
That's a hilarious story, dude. Because it was loud. Somebody heard it.
100%.
And they're like, what was that? And then see you just like gone.
Oh yeah. I know.
Your soggy paperwork in the rain.
And that is his dedication to his clients.
There you go. That's the service you get.
She gave me a ride back to my car. So that was really nice. She's like, do you need a ride? I'm like, yeah. It's raining and it's dark outside. That'd be nice.
God dang. Then you had to change the tire.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
But I know how to change a tire.
Yes.
Your son's 15.
Yeah.
He's getting his license soon.
He's got his permit.
So I love giving other parents ideas because then the kids hate me for it. But,
yeah.
My kids are not allowed to drive their car alone until they can change a tire on their own.
That's a great idea.
I will sit out there in a lawn chair and I will watch them change a tire. 100%.
Well, so we're about to put the snow tires on her car, so he'll get 4 opportunities to do it.
You do it yourself?
Yeah. It only takes 30 minutes.
Oh.
I almost had, was it Les Schwab? I think it was Les. No, it was a Discount Tire. That's where we get our tires. Almost had them do it, and it was like $100.
Yeah, I think it was something like
and I was like,
that.
you know what? This is a good opportunity to show the kids how to.
He helped you
how to
last year get them off.
Yeah.
But you have them on wheels already.
Yes.
See, I don't.
Oh, yeah, they're on rims.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not doing all that.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
that would I wouldn't deal with that. So there are rims that just keep them in the garage. Although we do use the floor jack, which makes it a little bit easier than using the old car jack.
Yeah.
But
way nicer.
He does know where the car jack is. I did have this realization the other day that my truck is lifted, and I was like, I don't think the stock jack would even be able to jack my truck up to change the tire if I got a flat out in the middle of the woods somewhere.
So you got a small crappy car like me?
I should, with no speakers.
I can jack it up. I have speakers. They just don't work anymore. Yeah, I don't like promoting the fact that I'm the cheapest person around, but
you
I
can
will
be
run
cheap
my
with
car-
yourself, but you're not cheap with other people.
with other
That's
people.
the difference, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's
I mean,
fine. Nothing's wrong. That's called frugal. It's a sign of intelligence.
For me, I have become somewhat of a minimalist. I think my son's like, are these the same pairs of pants you wore last week?
Bro,
Like,
I do it all the time.
They're clean. They don't
nice.
smell. I like these pants.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's like I used to wear my tan wool uniform for like weeks on end because they had to dry clean them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that's a whole nother story.
Ugh.
It's not like we don't have, it's not easy like that. Dude, no, you wear them for weeks until they start smelling like a dead dog. And
And if
like,
they stink, then I'll get rid of them.
Yeah. I don't care. I'm not hugging anybody.
Yeah.
If anybody's getting that close to me, it's not for a good reason. So
There is a washing machine. I'm just saying that it's really easy.
My daughter uses it all the time.
Yeah,
Everything gets
that's
washed
better.
the second that she wears it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's
She'll try on a sweatshirt.
looking at it.
And it's like, oh, that's dirty.
She'll try on a sweatshirt. I know she does this.
Yeah.
because I see the amount of clothes that come out after a week, and I'm like, there is no way that you wore 37 shirts this week. She'll do that. And I swear she takes off her sweatshirt after trying it on and just throws it in dirty laundry.
It's like she doesn't want to put it. Yeah, she doesn't want to. But I'm like, you're gonna wash it, and now you have to put it away. So I like.
Okay, so it does make sense.
Oh yeah, Hadley does the same thing.
Yeah, we have the same issues in our household. Yeah. Did do you want to give a shout out to your wife's business, dude?
Yes,
cool. I think that's pretty cool.
Olive and Arrow.
Yeah.
Yep, she started that boutique. She's a little over a year and a half right now. She's on 3rd Street. Right, not on 3rd Street. She's in between 3rd Street and 4th Street on Coeur d'Alene Avenue.
Yep.
Yeah, she loves it.
Cool.
She got a ton more room. When does this air?
Next Tuesday.
Yeah,
okay, so I can say that I'm doing a surprise for her tonight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah. Tonight, yeah, you're good.
Yeah. So I told her, I'm like, I want to go hang out with the kids tonight, just me and the kids. She's like, what?
Suspicious.
I'm like, yeah, I know. And I think she's going to sit at home tonight and be like, why did they take me? So I told the kids, I'm like, tell mom we did whatever. But she's always wanted this big Christmas tree in our house or anything else. We have 9-foot ceilings, so I mean it's limited. Well, her old shop she had last year, it was only 7 feet, so she has a small Christmas tree. Well, now she can get like she has like 15, 18-foot tall ceilings.
Nice.
Damn.
So Costco has a 12-foot Christmas tree. Which also I might need your truck today because I can't fit that in the back of my car.
I got you, bro.
Anyways, so I need to go buy that for her, and we're going to go down there and set it up as a surprise for her. Yeah.
Let's do it, man.
Didn't she just decorate her other tree?
She did.
Yeah.
But I'll put it back in the box.
Oh, she'll appreciate it.
Yeah. So it'll be cool. So we're going to do that for her tonight. But yeah, she loves it. Olive and Arrow is, I mean, she absolutely loves doing the whole market thing, bringing in boutique clothing. My wife has asked for no notoriety her whole life. And she honestly does so much in the community. Like girls will come up and be like, oh, I have this business. Can I host it at your place? And it costs her time and money. And she just does stuff for people. Cool. But anyway, so yeah, she loves her little boutique. And it's going well. She has a lot of people that come in and
she's stylish.
That's great. Yeah.
Got good style.
Yeah.
Sell men's clothes there?
No, everybody wants it.
Yeah.
So it's called Olive and Arrow. I thought about doing an offshoot and doing bow and arrow and having a men's clothing line there. Yes. So
would that mean you would have to like dress up?
Well, there'd be like one pair of jeans that you can buy and maybe like a series of 4 shirts. No, the jeans I'm wearing right now.
Boot cut.
Well, it's like Greg Link, because Green Link owns T Blue.
Right.
And so he always dresses all snazzy with the stuff he has and the men's stuff they have in there. Yeah.
Now, if she had me like outline it, it'd be like one pair of jeans you could buy and 4 different shirts. And that would be it.
You know what? That might catch on. It's like so stupidly simple.
I would love
that. Guys would be like, oh, I get overwhelmed. I get paralyzed. Like if I go into a store and there's too many options, I will walk out with nothing every single time. Cause I'm like, no, I can't do this. I can't commit. I need 3 options.
You could put anything on a shirt. And if it fits me well, I'll wear it.
Yeah.
So like I wear like next level shirts, ground style, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I'm done.
You get the perfect. You see my Gunfighters Inc. shirt I'm wearing?
I like it.
This is my favorite one. It's the one that says 9 milli for the hoods, 10 milli for the woods. It's the coolest shirt ever. I waited like 6 months for this.
What's the brand though?
Gunfighter. Oh, the actual brand that they get. I don't know. It's China probably.
See, that's the thing.
This is the most physical contact I've had.
Made in Bangladesh.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know where Next Level's made,
but it's a good fit. It's like large but long.
Yeah.
I like large shirts because then they make it look like I have bigger muscles.
Okay.
But I need them longer.
So that's a problem for me.
Yeah.
I think I'm taller than I am. And the long shirts bug me big time.
I got you.
So they go down over my hips. They look kind of weird.
You can't do that. There's a limit, right? Yeah. Yeah, I've got a longer torso. So yeah, I need I can do an XL if it's the right fit, but if it's like a trash bag fit, like
a wide.
I need the athletic fit.
We measured me the other day. I'm 3 feet 33 inches.
I think my daughter has you beat.
That's one way to put it.
That was it. That was 3 feet 33 inches. There's people trying to do math right now. That's 6 feet 4 inches.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Hey, we're getting t-shirts made, right?
We are, yeah. In fact, text Renee right now. They're done.
Are they long torso?
They're Next Level brand. You'll like them.
It's good stuff, right?
Yeah, they're great shirts.
Okay, good. I like a soft fabric.
And yeah, we're gonna have not this logo, but the other one I'm gonna have put on the back.
Yeah.
So on the top. So Yeah, I didn't want to brand. There's a few agents out here that brand, and I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
But I don't need somebody walking around with Dave Faller on their shirt.
Yeah.
So when we come out with them, I'm not going to say what they are, but when we come out with them, I mean, they're going to be something that's universal that people love. It's going to be a banner that people want to follow. So people will want to wear that shirt. Plus, it's going to be a good shirt. So
that's key.
And it's going to be cheap. We're not really
Good
selling
fit,
them
comfortable
for money. We're selling them to get that brand out there.
Yeah.
So
that's the only shirt I'm going to wear from here on out.
Yeah. Cops and firemen love that too. If it's free or if it's cheap.
Yeah.
100% in.
I have so many.
Yep.
Tattoos next or what? Like, since we're all in.
Yeah.
That weird. That probably just, I think, like lower back, right above the belt line.
So
that spot. Do you have a tattoo there?
No, but I will. I'm very much into dares. So if things start popping up that tramp stamp, I can do it. I can handle it. I don't know.
This would be it'd be a great team photo.
Yeah.
I think we could get Eric to do it too.
You saw what I wear when I go cold dipping.
That's true.
I don't care what people.
How do you classify those?
They're jammers.
Bicycles, jammers.
Yes, they're jammers.
That's a thing.
Yes. They're made by Speedo or Nike, and they're called jammers.
You need to get them shorter.
They're the same thing. What?
No, like way shorter.
Oh, if you buy me a pair, I'm cheap. Remember?
Think about
if you buy me a pair,
about
I'll wear
that
them.
photo opportunity.
I
Tramp stamps,
looked into them.
Speedos.
The only reason I have the pair that I have right now is the last ones. They do in chlorine start to eventually break down. I didn't realize it. They're kind of like, I don't know. Do you ever do the squat test?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Literally, she did that the other day, last week. She made me do it. Yeah.
The squat test is a thing with those too. If they start to break down, and it's not just the rear, like
danger.
You squat and you're like, oh,
danger.
Like, yeah, it's not good. So these are pretty good. So I will need a new pair eventually, but
there's not much to see when you're cold plunging anyway. Things kind of like turn inside out, I would say.
Oh yeah.
Without getting too descriptive.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, yeah, we went too far down that hole, didn't we?
Chris, are you excited about doing this thing?
Yes. Yeah, I think it's going to be awesome. I'm really excited.
She's pumped.
What I'm really excited about is to be surrounded by some other women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Yeah. No, it's just going to be fun.
Yep.
You know, we have our own office. We kick the guys out and they have their own office.
Ours is going to have some pretty cool stuff in it. Like we're going to have to keep the door locked.
Yeah.
CS gas, just in case. I think we should have a gun cabinet in case, active shooter.
I'm in.
Yeah. Just kid up. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
It should be a really
I
good
do
time.
really want to move though, over by you guys so we can like holler at each other.
Yeah.
It would be nice. I got to get Josh. I got to convince Josh to switch me offices.
Why don't we just start
threaten to leave?
Huh?
We all just threaten to leave.
It's a strategy.
We can just start slipping
it's a bold
things
strategy.
Under his door, threats and stuff.
I think if everybody just constantly goes, hey, any chance you want to?
Hey, bro, it's not that we don't like you, but we really want our people over here.
It would be nice to have you guys over there. I know Renee is really excited about having somebody else in there other than me as well. And Michelle as well. Just having the three of you in there is going to be awesome. I'm just excited because I get overwhelmed trying to do all the stuff that I'm trying to do.
I don't know how you do it all.
Yeah,
like we divide a lot of our work already. She does all the everything. And I'm the face of this organization, believe it or not. Yeah. And you do it like kind of all yourself, or you were at least. And it's like, damn, dude.
Right.
It's a lot.
Yeah. It's tough trying to do the admin side, trying to follow up with clients, write emails, do all those different things and really be able to spend time with people, especially when they're in town or you're doing showings.
Yeah.
Now I think it's just going to open up everybody to being able to focus on the things they're good at.
Yep.
I'm really excited about that part. It's just like trying to get that all situated and get everyone their part. And so it all runs smoothly. And
it's going to be some growing pains to get there, but
100%
we'll get there.
And it's not, obviously, even the other day, we ended up calling you guys. I'm like, hey, look what I did. Like,
yeah.
Anyways,
all good.
So, but that's part of what it is. And I think just being able to diversify and have that, I think it's going to make everything so much smoother in the business.
What's your outlook on the real estate market?
You know what? Everybody always asks me this. And when consumers or clients or anybody else asks me this, I go, look, there's a couple things that I know for sure. This is all that I can go off of. One, people need a place to live. Whether they rent it or they buy it, people need a place to live, and somebody's going to own that property. So whether it's you or somebody else, somebody's going to buy the property. So that's the one universal truth. Everybody needs shelter. So it's going to happen.
Boom.
The other thing is that prices will always go up. there will be dips and everything else. Everybody wants to play these dips and say, oh, I'm waiting for this or whatever else. And there's always somebody that says it's coming and they're right.
Mm-hmm.
There's always those people. And then they want to turn around and be like, look, I knew you got lucky. So realistically, the one thing that I know is that buying a home or buying property, it doesn't matter what, you can buy milk. And as long as it doesn't go bad, it's going to appreciate.
Yeah.
Milk used to be 25 cents
Right.
a gallon or whatever. It's never going to do that again. The home that we originally bought was built and paid for like $50,000. We sold it for $400,000. That house will never be worth $50,000 again.
Yeah.
So when people look into that, I think a lot of it for me is just telling people you got to look at just the trend of what it's going to be over time.
Yep.
If you're an investor, you may want to play the highs, lows, all that stuff. But if you're a family and you're going to move somewhere, you have to realize the commit to say, look, let's buy something that you like, so that if everything goes to $0, are you happy where you are?
Mm-hmm.
Are you living in a house that you're like, yeah, this is a great place, great community, kids love it, we have enough room, we can expand, whatever else. But if you're trying to make money off of it, those people, I'm like, man, best of luck. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
But I have no doubt that investments over 5 years, I mean, if you look back historically, we just went through this at a Keller Williams regional training. If you look back at it historically, they brought up 2000. When was the dip? 2006? When everything crashed?
8.
2000. Yeah, because I bought in 2006. There we go.
Yeah.
When he looked back at what average prices were in 2008 compared to now, he's like, would you want to buy a house in 2008? And everybody's like, yes. Like, I would have bought. Because back then to what it is now, and it doesn't matter. You go back to every single dip, the dips only last so long. People want to capitalize on their money, and I get that. But ultimately, if you're trying to buy a home for a family, there is never a better time than now, and now being any time.
Yeah.
Right.
If you're trying to buy for your family. If you're an investor, that's a whole different, talk to somebody else. I'm not the good person talking. So
Nailed it, dude. Well, we're at an hour.
Yep.
Actually, we have a Zoom call at 11, so we need the boogie. And I'm sure you got 50,000 text messages to deal with.
Yeah.
Get it.
I got a few things I got to deal with.
Just a few. Thank you. This won't be the last. You will be seeing Dave quite a bit. So get you in the videos and podcasts and have some more people on. And I'm looking forward to the conversations. You have a wonderful radio voice, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah. That was even deeper when you said that.
We know who has a really good radio voice, though.
Oh.
Eric.
When you get it.
Yeah. Nobody knows.
Money.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. There's a lot of Erics out there.
Anyways, his voice.
Yeah.
Oh.
God, it's gonna be a lot of sexy.
I know. I won't even talk.
No.
Well, maybe it'll be announced by when this is released.
Hopefully.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm not super worried about it. I don't think anybody would put that together.
No.
We'll talk about this later. Anywho.
If we have to bleep it, we can.
Yeah, we'll be
All
fine.
right.
Thank you, guys. We will catch you on the next one.
All right, thanks.
Bye.